Things are exactly what they seem. I will define the things you please. Go take the course again. I come out of perfect hands. They brought the home when they made me. I think that watch what I do. I can't get you. Whatever that it be, it's all ever. I'm here to turn the world. I'm here to turn the world.
Let's get started. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Wrestling Talks and Thoughts. I am your host, Saheem the Dream, and I'm here with my co-host.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
It's your boy J Mac Main. What's going on?
J Mac Main, J Mac Mizzle. What is going down, ladies and gentlemen? If you're joining us on YouTube, if you're joining us on Facebook Live, please, in the comment section, drop a comment below. Let us know if you're streaming. Let us know if you're watching us. Comment as we go along. We will post your comments below. We want to hear from you guys. We want to talk about WWE Extreme Rules. So, what do we have here? So let's get into it, Jay. First on the card, we have Apollo Crews versus MVP. Let's talk about it.
This one I'm on the fence about. I'm not gonna lie. And the reason I say that is because MVP's parading around with the United States Championship as if he already has it. So if he wins, it would just make it seem like, all right, well, he had the belt already. But I do see Apollo's run lasting a little longer, or you know what? Since Apollo's been going, I'm gonna MVP. I hate to say it, but I'm gonna take MVP.
You think MVP is gonna beat Apollo Crews? You know what? Wow, interesting. So you're kind of sketchy about. So you really in between with this. I want to know what you guys think as well. Like, please type below. Let us know what you guys think. I think they're gonna let Apollo Crews continue his run. I think they have something really good going here with this feud and MVP trying to build this stable. And I'm hearing there's been the rumors about Apollo Crews possibly joining, and we talked about that before. Right. But I think Apollo Crews is going to go over. But I don't know. Maybe there may be some kind of swerve here in how this match ends. I don't know how it's going to end. But I think Apollo Crews is going to go over. I think he's going to win. But you're going with MVP. I mean,
I believe that Apollo's going to win, but I'm going to go with MVP because just on the strength that Apollo hasn't been there for the last 2 weeks. MVP parading around with the title. So that's why I maybe it's a prelude to for the universe to say, hey, look, this is this is gonna be a champion, or giving us a look of the champion without Apollo Crews being there. So that's and then you just can never you never count out Lashley at every side. So
I mean, the other thing about this is that the other thing about this is that it kind of reminds me of the whole Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon situation that happened a few years, like 10, 15 years ago, whatever. And I think this is very interesting because it's like, they're pretty much wrestling, this match, against each other. And Apollo Crews is the official champion, but MVP has the belt, and MVP is trying to give people a taste of, what's to come or what he's supposed to be. But it really has that similar feel. The other thing is that, I think Apollo Crews still needs more time with the title. It's the same thing with Ricochet. I feel like Apollo Crews' reign is a lot better. There's more interest built into his reign. In the sense that they can do so much more with it. With Ricochet, they could have done the same thing. It's just that with Ricochet, they didn't really make him a serious competitor when he was feuding with AJ Styles, and it was just like AJ just completely like dominated him. Even though AJ had his little stable going on with the OC. But I feel like they need to allow Apollo Crews to continue on with this title. He needs more time at the belt. I think he's doing great. He just needs a little bit more time. They need to continue to build on his character, build on his attitude. But I would definitely like to see this stable happen. I'm totally in for this stable. Apollo Crews, MVP, Bobby Lashley, and hopefully Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, because I'm thinking maybe they move from Shelton Benjamin and maybe moving towards the direction of Cedric Alexander, where he turns on Ricochet. So I can see.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be cool to add Shelton Benjamin too. I think it'll be dope. But the other thing about this stable, though, it needs to make sense, though. Like, it needs to be something to catapult these guys into another place. Like, this stable has to be a stable that's going to catapult Bobby into the main event picture, where it's going to bring a lot more heat, a lot more attention to his character. Like, that's what we need. We need this to also be a stepping stone for Apollo Crews to get more attention, garner more attention, and that's what we need, right? We need this this stable to really make sense. But I'm really up for it. I'm really into it. See what happens right now with this whole Apollo Crews MVP. So moving forward, what else we got? We have the New Day versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Cesaro. All right, but first off, let's just kind of like talk about just because I feel like we kind of jumped the gun a little bit. Let's just talk about just the whole build to this pay-per-view, right? Like, they didn't really build it as good as they really could have. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, are there any high expectations going into this pay-per-view, really? Do you have any high expectations?
No, not really. They just, like the Shinsuke and Cesaro's been attacking the New Day for the past couple weeks. Last week, let them laid out. After the match, after the tag title match, week before that, they put them through tables. So I guess it's a small little build, but and as of late, Shinsuke and Cesaro has had the New Day's numbers. So
interesting enough. So we have a comment from Chanel. She says, "New Day time is up." Laugh out loud. That's not funny. That's not funny at all. That's not funny. We want to hear from you guys. We want to know what you guys are thinking about this pay-per-view. We're going, match by match. We're going to do some predictions. We're going to, kind of talk through it. And we want to know what you guys feel about this whole pay-per-view all together. Chanel Ramsey also comments, and I'm okay with that. Laugh out loud. We know you're okay with that. I'm not okay with that. But, hey, if you feel like the New Day time is up, I don't think it is. All right. But that's Chanel. She comments. She says that she thinks New Day's time is up. I don't think New Day time is up. I hope it's not, but it's cool.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of agree with Chanel. I like the New Day, but Cesaro needs some kind of championship for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs some kind of he needs a title run, at this point.
Yeah, but he needs a singles title run. Like, the only singles title run he had was the United States. That's when he first debuted. I think it was like his first year he was there on Raw. Like, he got the United States title, and he really I think at the time he was being introduced to people. So I felt like after that, when he really started to get that real steam, and we all know this, man. We all know this is the same story that's going on with Cesaro for the last few years, right? Last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. You know what I mean? It's just like, when is Cesaro going to get a legitimate title run instead of being, stuffed into this stuffed into this tag division, and he needs a serious title run. I think his title run should really come. I felt like he should have been the next competitor for the Intercontinental. That's what I felt like. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of Matt Riddle being pushed into the Intercontinental picture so early. Chanel says, no more pancakes. Oh, no more. She is trolling. She is really trolling us right now. No more pancakes for the New Day. Chanel's a friend of ours. Yes, no more pancakes. Okay. But I think this whole tag team title thing is just putting Cesaro at the sidelines. He needs to be in a singles. He needs to be a singles competitor. He should have been. I like his new look. I love his new attire. I think it fits him very, very well. Nice and sleek. He looks really good. Him and Shinsuke too, man. It's just weird, man. It's like they just keep taking these single competitors and putting them in tag teams, which is cool. But Shinsuke, I can understand right now, because Shinsuke had the United States, he had the Intercontinental, and then Shinsuke getting this tag title would be great for him on his resume. And then the next title he should be competing for after the tag titles should be the heavyweight titles. But Cesaro needs a serious, at least a mid-card title run. I mean, I would definitely go for and want to push for a heavyweight title run, but right now, I think he should be at least given a mid-card title run. But what do you think about this? I think this is going to be a good match overall. I don't know the outcome here. Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, it's a little like.
Yeah, I'm on the fence with it too. I mean,
yeah, it can go either way.
Yeah.
You think you're gonna call this one on the fly?
I'm gonna go New Day.
New Day?
Yeah, I'm gonna go New Day. 51-49. That's how even it is. But yeah, I think New Day somehow, some way, escape the belts.
Okay. I'm gonna go Shinsuke and Cesaro.
Oh.
I'm gonna go. I love the New Day. Yes, I love the New Day. I hope they don't lose the titles. And yes, Chanel, she commented and gave her, and Chanel commented. We had a comment. But I'm gonna go with Chanel and agree that I think it's New Day. I don't think their time is up. I don't think the New Day time is up. But I'm gonna go with Cesaro and Shinsuke. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna go with Cesaro and Shinsuke. I feel like they want to legitimize them as a tag team. They want to build stronger competitors. They want to build up the tag team division on SmackDown. They need more competitors, and these guys been going back and forth. And the New Day has had, 8 title runs already. And it won't hurt them to lose the belts. That's the other thing. It would not hurt them. They broke the Legion of Doom's record. So if the New Day loses the belts, it's not going to hurt them. If they keep the belts, it's just going to extend their legacy, even further as them being, one of the greatest tag teams ever. But I'm going to go with Cesaro and Shinsuke because this loss will not hurt them at all. Yeah. All right, so let's move forward. We have
a comment from Ashley.
Okay, Ashley.
Yeah, she says, I'm going for the bald dude.
Ashley's going for the bald dude. Sweet. Excellent. If you guys are joining us, drop a comment below. Let us know what you think about this Extreme Rules paper event. We're going card by card, judging the cards, giving our predictions. We want to hear your predictions. What do you think? Also, if you have any opinions, any views outside of that, we want to hear it. Drop a comment below. If you're joining the live, if you join us on YouTube, you drop a comment below. We can post your comment up on the screen so everybody can see your comment. So you guys are welcome to come in, join the conversation. This platform is for you guys. We want to hear from you guys. All right, so we definitely want to read your comments. We want to know what you guys are thinking. Let's go for let's talk about this Rey Mysterio versus Seth Rollins. Monday Night Jesus. Seth Rollins Rey Mysterio versus the Monday Night Messiah. Right. Let's talk about it, man. So apparently somebody actually has to lose an eye. I wonder how they're gonna pull this off. I'm quite sure they have some great makeup.
Computer generated.
Some great makeup designer backstage, make this happen. We got a comment from Chanel. She says, coming from Chanel, she says, Monday Night Messiah, I stand with Seth. So Chanel is standing with Seth. Who do you guys stand with? Who are you guys choosing? We want to know who you guys are choosing. So politically, I'm gonna be real political about this. So I already know, like, backstage, we already know backstage that Rey Mysterio didn't renew his contract with WWE. So being that he didn't renew, he may be just, completely working. He may just work this program after Extreme Rules if he decides to just do show by show basis and not renew his contract in case he wants to take time off after, running this feud out. But there's supposed to be some plans for Kevin Owens to, not Kevin Owens. I'm sorry. Seth Rollins is supposed to be taking some time off too. That's what I heard. But I'm gonna go with. Was that?
I said, yeah. I mean, at some point, yeah, but he wants to be there with Becky a little bit more, supportive.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Rey Mysterio. This is an odd one, but I'm gonna go with Rey Mysterio. I think Rey Mysterio is gonna win this one. I think Mysterio is gonna pull this out, even though he did not renew his contract. I think it will be interesting. And then it's revenge, right? He already got. Rey Mysterio already lost an eye, so he's gonna lose two eyes. He didn't really lose an eye, but whatever. But he injured one eye. Well, got one eye injured by Seth.
I'm gonna go Seth, and the reason I say the Monday Night Messiah, Jesus, is strictly because Ray already has a mask on, so it'll be easier to pull off whatever computer generated eye pulling out, eye gouging, however they plan on ending this match. But it'll be easier for them to do it with Ray instead of Seth, because I don't see them having Seth continue the rest of his WWE career with the eye patch.
Right. Absolutely. What's up, Sean? Thank you for joining us, Sean. Sean says Ray's going to win and Seth's going to take off time with Becky. Absolutely, Sean. That's exactly what we just talked. Right? Exactly. Yeah, totally agree with you, bro. Yeah, man. I think that's just what it is. Any high expectations for the performance in this match? Think it's going to be a good match?
Yeah, I believe it's going to be a decent match. I don't know, like, maybe it's just me personally. Like, I feel like Rey Mysterio matches, his last couple matches hasn't been like top notch or like eye catching to be like, something to catch my interest. So his last couple matches, even though he hasn't had many, in the last couple months, but he hasn't had matches that really jumped out at me. So I guess it'll be an okay match to me.
Yeah. Chanel, she agrees with us. Chanel Ramsey, she agrees with us. Says it's a good point. Rey Mysterio. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, man. Totally agree with you. I don't have any like big expectations for this match. Be honest with you, I think this whole storyline is ridiculous. But they're trying to build something exciting. I just still think it's ridiculous, but I'm just entertained by Seth Rollins' whole Monday Night Messiah gimmick. It's obnoxious. It's funny. It's like, who does this guy think he is? It's hilarious. Chanel also comments, she says, Ray's going to bring it. If he's not renewing his contract, he'll end on 100%. All right. Excellent.
Way to go out.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get into the next match. We have Bayley versus Nikki Cross. So this gets a little spicy, right? Because now we're talking about again, we're going back into the titles, but this gets a little spicy because this is Bayley and Nikki Cross, and this whole Bayley dose belts with Sasha Banks, and how these guys are working together is hopefully we're hoping that it builds into a great storyline. So, we were talking before, like this can go either way, right? This can go either way. Whereas you have Nikki Cross beating Bayley, right? And then Sasha Banks you have Nikki Cross beating Bayley, taking the title off of Bayley, right? And then Sasha Banks beating Asuka and taking the title off of Asuka. And now Sasha's the one with the heavyweight title. And these two girls, Bayley and Sasha, are tag team champions. And then with them still being tag team champions and Sasha being the champion, right? Some kind of feud, erupts within those two. And then they possibly fight at SummerSlam or WrestleMania or another pay-per-view for the women's title, which would be an excellent feud to run after their tag team run. Or it could be a situation where Sasha Banks wins the title, Bayley retains, both girls have heavyweight titles, and they build some kind of feud out of that. Or Bayley retains, Sasha loses to Asuka. They hold the tag titles, but then again, some kind of dissension erupts between those two, and then eventually they fight for the women's title. So it can go either three ways. Right. I don't see, okay. All right, check this out. I just seen a post on I forgot what wrestling site it was. I think it was Wrestling Inc. But I think our Ringside News. All right, so Bayley talked about her lengthy title reign. She mentioned her title reign. So you know how I feel. This is that title reign jinx. It's the title reign jinx. It's like when these heavyweight champions start talk. These heavyweight champions, intercontinental champions, no matter how long, once they start talking about the length of their reign, once they start mentioning it, you know what happens, man. Vince McMahon comes along and says, you know what, we got to change the narrative, baby. So Bayley started talking about her lengthy title reign already. I don't know. Okay, so let me just give my guess on who I think is going to win this match. I'm gonna go with Bayley.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see Nikki, beating the role model to become women's champ. I don't see them, going in that direction. So yeah, I'm gonna go Bayley as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bayley. I think they're gonna let this continue. I think they might even allow Sasha Banks to beat Asuka. Sean Keys agrees. He said facts. Adam Cole, laugh out loud. Yeah, Sean. Sean. Yo, yeah, man. It's crazy. You had CM Punk. He did it. Soon as CM Punk, went past a year, they started talking about his reign. The Rock came. Who else? We got? We got the New Day. Once they broke the Legion of Doom's record, or they were close to breaking their record. Soon as they broke it, like a week, I think they trumped their record by like 7 days or something like that. Then they just took the titles off of them or whatever, But it's crazy. But it's interesting. Bayley's not welcome in my house. Not a fan of Nikki because her mic skills. Okay.
Bayley's a role model. She has to be welcome.
That was hilarious. Yeah. Now, okay. So
to your point, yeah. I need to go back and check. But did Keith Lee not make a reference about his title? I mean, how long he had the title already on NXT?
Yeah, but Keith Lee didn't like a break. Did he break the record with the North American title?
He didn't break it, but he did mention, how long he had the North American title for, X amount of time. So
yeah. All right. But I'm saying that the trash can emoji. Okay, so
ding dong.
I was on rabbit.
Nah, I had that was for Chanel. You know how Bayley ding dong. Who is it? It's Bayley.
Right. She rings the bell and then answers the phone. She's like, ding dong, hello. I'm like, what is this? Like, you ring the bell and then answer the phone. Like, that's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. But all right. Okay. What was I saying? Okay, so I was only saying, so my point concerning the title reigns is whenever these guys get lengthy title reigns, or they're setting a record, or they're part of that history of people who have lengthy title reigns, as soon as they start getting into this place of bragging about these lengthy title reigns, it's just like they take the title off of them. But I think it's a realization. Maybe sometimes the Vince or the writers backstage, like, man, they did have a title for over a year. Like, that is a long time. And well, it's like it's like, all right, it's enough time. Like, I feel, and I kind of understand that, because me as an avid WWE 2K player, right? I like to set my champions up with lengthy title reigns, because I like to make I like the feel of making the title exchange feel worth it. Like, it brings a climax to the title exchange. When you have contenders who hold the belt for a length of time, when they lose the belt, the climax is so much bigger, so much better, so much more robust, right? So if a person holds the belt for 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, you know what I'm saying? Even a year, when that other person comes along to take that title, it makes the climax so much greater. You know what I'm saying? And then it's better when you have competitors who have lengthier title reigns, because, again, the impact is so much more bigger. Sometimes flip-flopping with the title is interesting until you get that right person. But when you finally get that right person to have that lengthy title reign, the next person to take the belt off that person should be a worthy competitor. But whenever they brag about it and they had that lengthy title reign, it happens, man. It happens. And it's crazy, because I spoke about Adam Cole before it even happened, before we knew about the news. And when that news came out, I was like, wow, it happened. Yeah,
you definitely called it.
It's crazy, man. I feel like we're prophesying on this thing, man. I feel like we are, man. All right, so any feeling about this match? What do you think, man? What do you think, man?
It's gonna be an average SmackDown worthy match. I mean, I don't see it doing but so much.
Yeah. We have a comment from Chanel. She says, when the holder of the belt is worth watching, when it's not a great competitor, then it's agonizing. Absolutely. That's true.
Chanel. Bayley is a role model. Okay. She is with the blueprints. She is the longest reigning women's champion. Ding dong. Hello. Who is that? Bayley, you're welcome over at my house anytime. You and Sasha, anytime you girls are welcome.
Anytime you guys want to go over to JJ's house for a nice cup of tea and some conversation, some crumpets and tea, JJ is more than welcome to have you over.
Absolutely. We can catch up on some WWE content. You can even brag about your title reigns. I mean, I'm not a hater, equal opportunity.
Chanel says stop. She says stop. She doesn't want you to invite them. She also, is rolling her eyes at you. And you only see the emoji on Facebook, but her mind is blown by your invitation. And she's also, she's also discussed by invitation as well.
You really feel.
Chanel, I would like to say to you, Chanel, don't hate the player, hate the game. All right. Shucky ducky, quack, quack. All right. All right, let's move on, man. All right. We got Asuka versus Sasha Banks. We're going to continue on with this conversation. What's that?
Asuka.
It's so weird because when I type her name in, it's like, in order to make sure I'm spelling her name right, I type in Asuka. I say Asuka. You know what I'm saying? To make sure I'm right, but we know it's pronounced Oscar.
Right.
You know, it rolls off your tongue like silk. Oscar. Right, Oscar. What are your predictions? Oh, people, let me know. How do you feel? Chanel, you can't see the emoji. It's like on the chat is showing up as squares. I can see it on Facebook, but she's throwing up right now. She has the vomit emoji. She's feeling sick to her stomach. The fact that you would invite Nikki Cross and Bayley. I'm sorry. Sasha and Bayley to your house. She's disgusted by the idea, JJ. We have somebody that is disgusted by the idea that you would invite.
Sasha Banks better than Harlem Heat. Why would you not want that excellent tag team in your presence?
You say right. The guys that the women's tag team that are better than the Harlem Heat. Yeah. Oscar for the win. Chanel, she's going for Oscar for the win.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you, I want my dream is for Sasha to win, so as we said, it can build. So because so it could be the most obnoxious, annoyingest. I don't even know annoying is the word, but the annoyingest thing for Sasha and Bayley to hold all women's gold and just to be on both shows, just bragging and being annoying. That would be amazing, which will lead up to I guess they could possibly want to take all match or their feud. But I believe Asuka's gonna come away with the win. And it's gonna lead to my girl, the Queen of Spades, a showdown with Asuka and possibly Shayna because I mean I love Sasha, but as Shayna said on Monday, she's tired of playing, and I don't think Sasha stands a chance. I'm sorry.
Okay, you know what? We got another comment. Chanel says true. That would be cool. She agrees. Yeah, I'm in the same boat with you. But I believe Sasha's gonna win this belt. I think they're gonna take a chance. I feel, and this is what I feel. This is what I really feel. I feel like Vince going into this pay-per-view, he has the card set up and he knows. I know Vince knows that there's not a lot of steam behind this pay-per-view the way that they wanted it to be, right? So the best thing for him to do and for him and the writers to do is how can we again, even though we didn't build it the right way, how can we make this again a event to watch or event that's going to draw some attention? The best thing to do is pull out surprise victories. It wouldn't be a surprise if I wouldn't be surprised if if Shinsuke and Cesaro win the belts.
Me either.
But there's going to be a title change. The only person, I have like a few people who I want titles to change, but I really believe that I know there's going to be a title change. I know there's going to be like at least 2 or 3. And this is what I feel. Huh?
It's a high number, 2 or 3.
2 or 3. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I think it's going to. Huh?
I said I would love it, but that's a high number.
It is a high number. But it makes sense though. It makes sense if it wouldn't make sense if Apollo Crews loses the belt, but it would make sense if the New Day lost the belt. That's a decision that we could be cool with. Right. You know what I'm saying? If Asuka lost to Sasha Banks, we could be cool with that. Like if Bayley kept the belt, I'm not a big fan of Bayley, but if Bayley kept the belt and Sasha won the belt, I would be cool with that decision just to see where that storyline would go. We would want to know, like, all right, where's this going to go? We would be entertained by that. And I really feel like something like I feel it's going to happen. What do you guys think? I want to know what you guys think. Please type in the comment section below. We want to hear from you guys. We're going to post your comments below if you're catching us on Facebook, catching us on YouTube. We want to know what you think as well. Yeah. What do you think? But tell me. What are you thinking about it? Like, yeah.
Like I said, I kind of personally feel like, I would love, like I said, I want Sasha to win this match. I really do. But I just feel like they're gonna go with Asuka to retain. But then again, Sasha's, right now with Becky and Charlotte out, Sasha is the the big name. So you know what? I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna go full in with Sasha, the blueprint. I'm gonna do it.
Okay. All right. You gonna go with Sasha? All right, we're gonna go with Sasha. All right. So who we got next? Well, before we go back and before we move on, yeah. Okay. So this is my question. My question is, hypothetically, Sasha gets the belt.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think the storyline's gonna go? Because I think that if Sasha gets the belt, I feel like Shayna Baszler. I feel like what they should do is they should have Shayna take the title off of Bayley. It would make sense. It would make so much sense, right? And I know you're saying because it would make sense. Like Bayley has this long title reign, nobody's able to beat her. Here comes Shayna Baszler, who's not playing no games. She gets one match against her at SummerSlam, takes the title off of her, or she gets a match against her at another pay-per-view. However long they want to extend this, this double title reign with both of them. Here comes Shayna Baszler. She takes the title off of Bayley. Now they can start this whole feud with Sasha and Bayley, leading up to them losing the tag team titles and then them eventually fighting over the Royals Championship. But it will make so much sense to have them fight over one of those titles. But it would be great to have them hold all 4 titles.
I'll give you another scenario.
Okay.
Sasha wins the Raw Women's title.
Okay.
Bayley gains her title.
Okay.
Shayna Baszler is on a rampage, so Shayna challenges Sasha to a match.
Okay.
Sasha, accepts. Sasha and Shayna fights for the Raw Women's title.
Right.
Bayley somehow costs Sasha Banks the championship to Shayna, and now Sasha's livid. So now Sasha challenges Bayley for her title. Bayley is the reason why she lost hers, and that would feud with Sasha and Bayley.
Okay. Makes sense. Sounds good. I can see that happening. I could definitely see that happening.
Right. Since Shayna's on Raw, it would just make more sense for her to, stay on with the Raw Women's Championship picture.
Right. Absolutely. I could definitely see that happening. I'm with you on that one. Definitely. Absolutely. All right.
Maybe it could happen as early as Raw. Sasha wins tomorrow night, and then she loses on Raw to Shayna.
It could. It could. It really could. And it could. And that would be crazy if it would be crazy if Sasha wins the belt at Extreme Rules. Monday comes. We have Shayna Baszler take the belt off of Sasha, right? And then SummerSlam, Sasha takes the belt off of Bayley.
Right.
But they don't even. But and then the other thing is I think because the only tag team that would be taking the belt off of Sasha and Bayley would be what? The Iconics?
Hell no.
The Boogie Warriors?
I think no. I personally think that they would put a team together.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, probably somebody in regards to, probably something like similar to like Ruby Riott and Bianca Belair, or something like a team that's put together. Because all the traditional women's tag teams, they had the belts already. Because you wouldn't give it back to Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, because that just wouldn't make sense. The Iconics had it already, and they're just so annoying. So I don't see them having it. And outside of that, there are no like women's tag teams. Everything else is a single women. Oh well, I guess Lana and Natalya.
No. No, I don't think. I'm saying no, because I don't think they'll consider putting a belt on them.
I mean, just to take it off Sasha and Bayley. I mean, who else do you have? Like I said, it could be, unless Liv Morgan unless Liv comes back and her and Ruby gets together, and then they, you know, get on the same page and take it. But other than that, like, I mean, as far as women's tag, you don't have anybody else.
True. That's true.
Unless,
cool.
unless one of the fans who from last week's show, Mia Yim, comes up with Bianca Belair, and there you have it.
Yeah, that's possible. That's possible. That could happen. But that could happen. That could happen.
Because remember,
that'd be too early for Mia Yim to come out.
No, but remember, the women's tag titles is defending on all three brands. So Mia Yim can actually stay on the NXT roster, but she'll be able to travel to different brands to defend the women's tag title.
Yeah. Okay. That's possible. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. That would be great though to have the women's tag titles on NXT.
Right.
Just for a moment. I mean, for a moment, I guess, or however long they want to. I mean, but it'll be good to actually see it on NXT, at least, you know.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Let's move forward because we're running low on time. So what else we have here? We have the next card. Are we almost done? I want to save the card I really want to talk about for last. But let's talk about Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt in a swamp fight, non-title match. Huh?
This is a non-title?
Yeah, it's non-title, bro.
Oh, so Bray's gonna win.
It's not. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't think there's nothing more to kind of really say about it. Like, you know, they're gonna go in, they're gonna have him, you know, and you know they're gonna do like, you know, the whole works like with the whole Undertaker match.
Yeah,
but, it's like, Bray's gonna, Bray. Yeah.
Non-title. Definitely see Bray winning because I mean,
non-title. I mean, what is there like really to say about this match? Like, it's very predictable.
Right.
If you know, but there's a rumor I heard. This is the rumor I heard because there's not much really to say about this match. The rumor I heard was that because there's a pattern that's been going on with Bray Wyatt, right? Every time Bray Wyatt fights somebody, they always their persona changes, like their character changes. Like whenever he fights them as I believe the Fiend, when he fights him as the Fiend, their character changes. So who was it? When he fought Seth Rollins as the Fiend, after Seth lost to him, that's when Seth what was he doing? Like I think Seth became like the Messiah.
A weirdo.
Yeah, right. It became a weirdo. Right. Who else did the Fiend fight? The Fiend fought Goldberg.
He fought Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan was the second one that he kind of transformed with Bray.
Right.
Daniel Bryan with his hair, and you know, then from Daniel Bryan, Miz. We see the Fiend sent Finn Balor back to NXT.
Right.
So outside of that, I'm sorry. The Miz didn't fight the Fiend. The Miz fought Firefly Funhouse Bray, which the Fiend was like, I'm not even wasting my time on you.
Yeah, right. He's like, he was like, I don't need to turn to Superman for this. I'll just stay Clark Kent the whole time. He was like, no, you don't get the works. Yeah, absolutely. That's so funny. That was the funniest thing. Sean Keys, he says Bray wins because it's a non-title match. Absolutely, Sean. We totally agree with you, bro. Totally agree. Yeah, man, there's not much to say. I think I heard like the rumor is that what was the thing? That Bray Wyatt is supposed to be like a lot more aggressive. Like after he beats Bray Wyatt, he's supposed to get like a lot more aggressive. Sean Keys, holy sugar honey iced tea, laugh my so off. He definitely sent him to NXT, Finn Balor. Yeah, man. Yeah, I hated that, man. I hate the fact that Finn was sent back to NXT. But again,
now what I would personally preferred it to happen was after the Fiend beat Finn Balor. You know, I wanted Finn to come back as a demon, and then they had that head-to-head match at, what was it, Survivor Series? That would have been great. Yeah, they dropped the ball on it.
Yeah, I think what I wanted the same thing, but I wanted it to be at the next WrestleMania, like or the WrestleMania that was coming up. Like I wanted it to be okay. So the Fiend beats Finn, and Finn, like let's say Finn does go to NXT or whatever, or runs like a small little program with the Fiend, but then he can't beat the Fiend. He disappears, and then the Fiend holds the belt all the way up to like WrestleMania or SummerSlam or like a big pay-per-view, but holds it for a while. You know what I'm saying? Bray Wyatt holds it for a while. Then what happened was, and what happens is Finn returns, and when Finn returns, he comes as Finn, but then he says, when our match comes, yada yada yada, and then when they fight, he comes out as the Demon, and then Finn beats him and he gets the Universal title back, and then finally gets his second reign, or the reign that he really deserved. Sean Key says it still could happen. Yes, Sean, it still could happen.
I was gonna say that because that can be how they reintroduce Finn to the main roster. Once he's done with everything he has going on with the with NXT. Once he helps rebuild that roster, I could see them bringing him up to the main roster and having him come back as a Demon, because the Fiend already lost the match, so it's not like the Fiend's undefeated. So
yeah, absolutely, yeah. He lost to Goldberg, but it's like that match should have never happened. But anyway, that match should have never happened. But it definitely still could happen. And
so
was that? I'm sorry.
So we have a comment from the watch party. First, Sasha said, "I can't wait for this match." So she's really amped about the Bray Wyatt versus Braun Strowman match.
Okay, excellent. That's what's up. I want to see how it goes down. I know they're going to film it like the Undertaker and AJ Styles match. So I know that's how they're going to film it. But I want to see what his transformation is going to be like after the match. I think that'll be interesting. How he transformed. But again, like what Sean said, he said it still could happen with Finn and the Fiend, and they got to make that match. That has to happen. Finn versus the Fiend, and because the rumor is that Bray Wyatt is supposed to win this match against Bray, and then what's going to happen is I think they're going to fight again, and all right. So the rumor I heard was Bray is supposed to lose. The rumor I heard is Bray is supposed to lose this match, and when he loses this match, he's going to fight a Braun Strowman again. But when he fights him, he's going to fight him as the Fiend, and then he's going to take the belt off of Bray Wyatt. Off of Braun Strowman at SummerSlam. So Bray is going to fight as the Fiend and take it off of Braun at SummerSlam. But that will be an excellent time after, like Bray for this is an excellent time for the Fiend to get the belt, and then for the Fiend to hold the belt until WrestleMania and have that match with Finn as the Demon, because that will be a must-watch WrestleMania match. That's like a match like, we want to see this, and it'll be great because we just got finished talking about Sting possibly coming back to do a match with Undertaker. So could you imagine the Fiend versus the Demon at WrestleMania, and also an Undertaker versus Sting all on the same card? That'll be bananas.
If we're back in the age where you can have audience in the arena, absolutely. But if it's still at the performance center, not so much. But now, so here's my kind of theory to kind of crash the theory that the rumor that you heard. If Braun Strowman beats Bray Wyatt in his swamp match, why would he want to fight the Fiend? You know what I'm saying? Because he would have beaten the regular Bray Wyatt. He would have beat, the Eater of Worlds Bray Wyatt. So why would he want to fight, the Fiend? So now if the Eater of Worlds win, then he could be like, all right, well, I want a rematch, and I guess. It could actually go that way. Now I'm thinking about it because I just played the scenario in my head where Braun beats, Bray on Sunday, and then Bray's, Braun's like, I'm done, and then the Fiend's like, no, you're not. He comes to attack him. So I can see that would work as well. So never mind, disregard that.
Yeah, and it'll be great storytelling because Bray, because Braun Strowman would have gone through the 3 stages of Bray. Like he would have went through, Bray Wyatt, cult leader Bray Wyatt, Fire Funhouse Bray Wyatt, cult leader Bray Wyatt, and then the Fiend.
The Wyatt
creepy Bray.
cult leader.
The cult leader, the Jim Jones Bray Wyatt. Drink the Kool-Aid Bray Wyatt. All right, let's get to it because we run out of time. 10 minutes left. The match that I want to talk about now, Jay, don't shoot down my dreams, man. I got hopes. I got dreams, baby. And hopefully they will be fulfilled. Yes, I am going to go on a fanboy rant about Dolph the Zigzag Ziggler. So Dolph Ziggler posted a picture on Instagram, and he, as a matter of fact, let me see if I'm gonna pull it up. Let me pull it up real quick. Let me see if I can pull it up. He posted a picture up on Instagram, and I just want to find it real quick. Let me find it. Got it. Yeah. All right. Let me just find it. 1 second. All right. This is hilarious, though. Let me just get this picture real quick. All right, cool. Got the picture. I don't know if you guys can see it, if you guys be able to read it, but I'll read it for you. Nope, it's not it. Hold on a second. Got it. There we go. Got it. Here we go. Boom. Boom. Here we go. Dolph Ziggler posts up a picture of him with the WWE World Title on his Instagram, and you had The Rock underneath him co-signing. Sean, come on, Sean. Hey, listen, man. Anything can happen, Sean. Anything. Come on, man. Don't kill my dream, Sean. Don't kill my dream. Anything can happen. You never know, man. You never know. It might be one of those days where Vince is really high on cocaine, and he was like, "We'll make Ziggler the champion." All right. He don't have to be on cocaine to make Ziggler the champion, but I'm just saying he don't. I mean, if any blind man can see that Ziggler should be champion, but okay, but oh, okay. Jay just sent me some pictures. You want me to post these pictures up, Jay?
If you want.
All right, I'm gonna post them up. I'm gonna post them up at the end. All right. Sean says, "No lie, I agree. It would be nice to see him with one more title reign. Absolutely, man. It definitely would be." But The Rock co-signed on Dolph Ziggler being WWE World Champion, and underneath that you have Drew McIntyre saying, "Delete this." Let me see if I can enlarge it so you guys can possibly read it. You guys can't read it because it's a little small, but if you go on Dolph Ziggler's Instagram, you can see it. It's hilarious. It's the funniest thing, and Drew McIntyre's like, "Delete this image." I thought it was funny.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. So Jay, what do you think about this match? What do you guys think about this match?
I agree with you. I would love to see the show off win. But since the rumor has obviously been that they want Drew to fight Randy at SummerSlam, that's the rumor killer for me. And the fact that Dolph hasn't announced a stipulation, which is kind of weird. Now,
what? You say what?
Being that Dolph has not announced a stipulation.
Yeah.
So that's kind of weird. Now, here's what will be so hilarious. It'll be so awesome. So imagine, so Dolph doesn't announce a stipulation. So the match starts. So Drew thinks it's a regular match. So during the, boom, Drew hits Dolph with the Claymore. Boom, pins him 1, 2, 3. So Drew goes up the ramp, with the belt. So Dolph gets the mic and he's like, "Hey, by the way, the stipulation is if the champion gets disqualified, he loses the belt. Oh, and by the way, the Claymore is banned. So if Drew McIntyre uses the Claymore, he gets disqualified." and now Drew got to come back and give Dolph the belt. That would be so hilarious. Such a unique turn. That would be awesome in my eyes. But I think Drew's gonna win, just on the fact that we already know that they're building for him and Randy at SummerSlam.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy. And if that did happen, you know what? That would be crazy. That would be dope. That would be actually dope. It would be something that's never done. That's never done before.
Exactly.
Where there's a special stipulation, but you don't know what it is until match is over, and then you find out what the stipulation is. So, so if he banned the Claymore, and loser has to, but I think that'll be excellent. That'll be hilarious. I would love to see this happen, man. I would love to see Dolph Ziggler win the belt, man. I think it would be dope. I think it would definitely change the course of everything. I think it would just change the course of everything. I think it would just change the course of just how they would maneuver a little bit, but it'll be fresh, it'll be bold, and it'll be exciting to see Dolph Ziggler go over and beat Drew McIntyre. Because again, Dolph Ziggler already has the fan base. Dolph Ziggler already has the backing. Dolph Ziggler already has the work ethic, and to see them actually take the belt and put it on him and give him a legitimate push, I think it will pay off so much higher in the long run. They will get what they've expected, but they gotta really Vince gotta do it, man. Vince can't play no games, man. But I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna say that Drew McIntyre is gonna go over in this match. I don't. And the reason why I'm gonna say that is because my hope and expectation is that Dolph Ziggler is gonna win. Now I know you guys are looking at me like, yo, this Negro's crazy. He's bugging. You can already tell what's gonna happen. But no, oh no, I'm gonna take my faith and I'm gonna put it in a ball, right? A giant ball, and I'm gonna throw that faith like a Dragon Ball Z Kamehameha. I'm gonna throw my faith at that pay-per-view. I'm gonna throw my juju, or everything. I'm gonna throw everything at it and say, oh, Dolph Ziggler wins this match. We have Escobar Ellis. Esco, he joins us. He says, I agree. Dream. I'm dreaming, and dreams do come true.
Well,
and the words of
we also have a comment. Yeah, we also have a comment from First Lady Tisha. She says Drew McIntyre is winning this match. He's going to take Dolph to Claymore Country, but you can't take away anything from Dolph's experience and the fact that he's good in the ring, which I agree. Dolph is great in that ring, on that microphone, and yeah. So yeah. But I mean, Dolph, I really want Dolph to win. I really, really do, but I just don't see it.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, if Dolph Ziggler wins, I'm trying to think of something crazy I would do on social media that won't make me look, huh?
Shave your head.
Yeah, if Dolph Ziggler wins, I'm gonna shave my head.
There you go.
There you go. Boom. If Dolph Ziggler wins, I'm gonna shave it all off.
There you go.
It all off. All you want to see is the skull. You want to see my skull. Escobar says Dolph is here to save the world. He is, man. He is, Esco. He is, man. Dolph Ziggler is here to save the world. He's here to save the WWE, and he's here to save us from Bayley's horrible promos. All right. All right. So we got. Was that?
No, I was laughing with your comment.
Oh, all right. So we got some pictures real quick. Jay just sent me some funny images. I'm gonna post this up before we bounce. Let me see. Let me get this up real quick. I think it was funny. So what was the whole motivation behind these images?
I don't know.
Because the first one.
No way. I don't know what's going through his mind. I don't know what's going on with him, but maybe he's trying to tell us something.
Oh, okay. All right, hold on a second. This thing is taking a bit. All right, okay, cool. We got the load up.
Oh, and Rashawn Spivey says in a comment, Dolph is gonna win, hands down, he deserves it.
Absolutely, guys, definitely. Guys, if you guys are joining us, let us know what you think about this pay-per-view. We want to hear your comments. If you're catching us on Facebook, you're catching us on YouTube. If you comment, we can post your comment up on Facebook Live. We'll read your comment out. We want to hear from you guys. Definitely, we want to know what you guys think about this pay-per-view. Yes, he is on board with. Yes, he is on board with me. Thank you, man. Thank you for man. He's a Ziggler fan. He's a Ziggler fan with us. He's on board with us because we're both Ziggler fans. But this thing is taking a, oh man. Okay, all right, let me see something because I'm trying to get these pictures. But this thing, what's wrong with this thing? All right, cool. But I really hope so. I really hope they really put the belt on him. Because the rumor I heard was that they want Randy. They might have Randy take the belt off of Drew McIntyre and have Randy hold the belt for a little time up until they can get an actual full stadium or place full of people, and then have Drew McIntyre go over on Randy so that Vince can kind of like get that reception that he deserves or whatever.
Right, that would work too.
All right, so we got No Way Jose. All right, so there's. All right, so let me see. All right, see this image is popping up. Okay. What the heck? All right. Oh, my computer's acting funny. What's? All right. It's not coming up. All right, it's not coming up. And then we going over time. All right, I'll have to download it. Doesn't matter. Hold on a second. Let me download these images real quick. No, it's gonna take too long. All right. That's it because it's gonna take too long. I don't want to hold everybody up. All right, but guys, if you guys are joining us on Facebook, you guys are joining us on YouTube, please drop a comment below. Let me know what you guys. Let us know what you guys think. We want to hear from you guys. We want to talk to you guys. We want to know what you guys think about this Extreme Rules pay-per-view. We want to know how do you think this pay-per-view is going to add up? Is it going to really measure up to any great expectations? Are we going to have any surprise title changes? Yeah, we definitely want to hear from you guys. We want to know what you guys think. So if you're catching us on Facebook, if you are catching us on YouTube, and you are catching the replay, please comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to go to YouTube and subscribe. We are on YouTube, Wrestling Talks and Thoughts on YouTube. Go to YouTube, subscribe. You will get the notifications every time we go live so you can converse with us, so we can have this conversation, talk wrestling, talk SmackDown, talk NXT, talk AEW, talk Raw, and talk WWE pay-per-views, wrestling news, and rumors. Yes, so that concludes our episode of Wrestling Talks and Thoughts. I am your host, Saheem the Dream. Wakanda forever.
Jay McMahon.
Yes, sir. And thank you for joining us for another edition of Wrestling Talks. We will see you later. Jay, take us away.
In the darkness, light will take you to the other side. Find me waiting there, you'll see if you just close your eyes.